Everybody, and welcome to hashtag Grow Your Life, where we talk about ways to grow in your life and in your business every single day, where I go live for 10 minutes. We also have the podcast, which is free, hour-long podcast that give you tips, strategies, and advice to use in your business, as well as our mentorship group, the Grow Your Life group, which I'll post the link in the comments below for you to join. I want to talk to you today about something very specific that I've been learning from hyper-rich people. Hyper wealthy people that are making over 100, 200, 500 million, $1 billion. And that's where I get a lot of my information, is from people that are doing 100 times, 1,000 times more than I am in every area. And then when I share it with you, I apply it, I test it, and then I share, okay, this worked for me. So in this is what not a lot of people are doing, but it can change your life in every single way, is being present in every situation, being all in on what you've chosen to do, on what you're doing, where you're at during that situation, instead of thinking about what you could be doing or even multitasking. I'm not going to go into the topic of what multitasking or who can multitask. You know, the joke is men can't, women can. I get that. I have seen women do it way better than men. It's a skill for sure. But in this, what I'm talking about specifically is in your tasks, in your focus, in your daily life, being present in every situation. I am not talking about being focused and intentional to do something. It's when you choose to do it, you're in the activity. So when I'm in this activity right now of filming to you guys, I'm fully present and talking as if we're together. Nobody else is here with either of us. It's just you and me right now. When I'm with my wife, when we're having dinner, I'm not thinking about the business calls. I'm not thinking about the text messages. I'm not looking at my phone, looking at my computer, unless we've chosen, hey, tonight, babe, got a lot going on. Let's work and eat together right now. And we communicate that. And in this is what holds a lot of people back from reaching their goals. For me, for the longest time, this was holding me back in a huge way, because I was trying to work on stuff, multitask and think about it. And so when I was spending time with my wife, I was thinking about our business goals. When I was working on the business, I was thinking about what I could be, spending time with my wife, stuff like that. And it was a constant cycle of where I was here in my physical body, but my brain was somewhere else. Mentally, spiritually, I was somewhere else. I was somewhere in the cloud outside of what I was actually doing, being present. And the other part of that is, sometimes we can stress about what could happen in the future before anything happens. That's another version of not being present in the situation. I'm not talking about not strategic planning for the future. Being present of strategic planning is important, but stressing and worrying about what could happen when it hasn't even presented itself yet is a form of not being present and will kill your growth. It will keep you stagnant where you are right now. So in this, whatever you're doing, let's bring it real basic to relationships and family. When you're spending time with your kids, I don't have kids, I have pets. When I'm spending time with my pets, my wife reminded me yesterday, she's like, you're throwing the toy to the dog, but you're not here, and he can tell. And I'm like, you're right. You know what? You're right. I was thinking about what I was doing upstairs while I was just trying to go through the motions and throw the toy with the dog. But man, the dog loves it when I throw the toy. I'm not trying to compare dogs to kids either, by the way. I just don't have any kids, so this is what I have to go off of. When I'm spending time with my wife, when we're talking, and I'm thinking about what I could be doing, when I'm thinking about other things, when I'm thinking about whatever, when I'm not present, when I'm thinking about a conversation I was having with someone else while we're having dinner, that doesn't make her feel loved at all. And then when she doesn't feel loved like that, it makes me not feel very great as a husband. So in that, being present in our relationships allows us focus, shut down everything else around you during those strategic moments, because this is the one life you have. It's the one time that you get to spend with those that you love. And when you're spending it doing other things and you're not present, you're missing out on all the beauty that's available for you in life. When you're going somewhere, when you're going to a restaurant, when you are driving in the car, one of the biggest issues that's killing people today is not being present while they're driving in their car. They're texting. They're thinking about stuff. They're thinking about other stuff. And then when I bring it back down to business, when I'm focused on business, and right now I'm going to be super honest with you, I'm building multiple companies, multiple things, building with clients that I'm partnering with to grow together. Right now I am spending almost from morning till bedtime working. So I have to take strategic moments with my wife. And in that, when we spend strategic times that we're present together, it's so much better than not being present and spending more time together when we have very focused time together. Okay? And in that, now in my business, in my work, in my meetings, I was struggling with this. I would go into a meeting with a client and be thinking about all the other stuff I had to do. And I wouldn't be present to serve that client, or worried about all the tasks I had to do. Instead, being present and focused on the task at hand, giving it 110% of my brain power. I say 110% because it's technically not possible, but that extra 10% is where the being present is. Because I think, we have like a present brain power, and then we have the brain power inside here. Being present and focused on the tasks that you're doing in your company, in your business, in your meetings, in your sales pitches, in your sales calls, in your course creation, in your live videos, in your content creation, in all of that will transform your life and your business from struggle and lack to abundance, because then you will have gratitude and say, wow, I got a lot done today because I was present and focused. Not, I wish I could have gotten that done today. When you're comparing what you could have gotten done, what you wish you could have done, you're comparing to a possible timeline, an alternate reality that you wish existed, and you're not living in the moment that you have, the one life that you've been given. And this keeps people on the hamster wheel constantly. This right here, my friends, is what creates the hamster wheel of disappointment, is when we're not present, we're not focused on what we're doing, and we're comparing to what we could be doing. We are mentally and spiritually in another place outside of what we have said that we're going to do. So we're trying to build this thing. We're trying to grow our life. We're trying to have a better relationship. We're trying to grow a business greater than what we've ever done before, and yet we're not being present in it. And what happens is we get out what we put in. We get the same value back out of it that we put in. And I want to encourage you to try this as an experiment. Just try it. There's nothing more I can say to this, because the only way that's going to shift this for you guys is to actually experience it for yourself. Because I've tried to share this with people. I've heard it said before, but it wasn't until I tried it for myself, tried to prove it wrong, tried to prove this isn't going to help me possibly. I was trying to prove okay, let's see how great this really works. But when I finally did, I realized the truth of it, and the truth is an experiential truth. So we talk about experiential truths. You're not what you do. But you can use experiential truths to your advantage by applying the truth that you want over your life, and then experiencing that truth, and then it solidifies it as a habit in your life. And those habits become repeated. And then that's where success and growth happens, is when you choose your experiences, and then you create them, and then they get established as experiential truths and beliefs. That's when then manifestation of decisions and actions then come out. So in that, whatever you're doing in your relationships, in your time with your kids, in your time with your wife, put the phone down. Stop answering phone calls. Stop texting somebody. Stop being on Facebook. When you're in your business, when you're building your business, focus on the task at hand. Don't focus on what you could be doing, should be doing, or all the stuff you have to do that you're overwhelmed at, because that still comes from comparison. Instead of trying to find your happiness in what you get done or comparing, be present, the task at hand. Experience the transformation that this will have in your life. And I promise you, if you do this with consistently, your life will change. Grow your life, everybody, and we will talk soon. Have a good one.